How many pets did Michael Jackson have? For reasons that perhaps someday scientists will have the answers for, massive success makes traditional pets seem pedestrian. If you become a wildly successful entertainer, why get a dog when you can get an ocelot? Why get a cat like everyone else when you can have a menagerie of exotic reptiles? Hugh Hefner's Playboy Mansion famously had a zoo with animals like monkeys and exotic birds, and Elvis Presley, along with many other eccentricities, palled around with a pet chimpanzee named Scatter. Michael Jackson is toward the top of the eccentric celebrity power rankings. There were rumors that he slept in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber, and that he attempted to buy the Elephant Man's skeleton. He also famously built his own amusement park on his Neverland Ranch property that includes his choice of pets. He had a lot of them, according to the Baltimore Sun, and some even attained a level of notoriety in their own right. In this video we're going to show you pet animals of the king of pop, Michael Jackson, so keep watching. Ben the Rat. Michael Jackson was in the public eye from a very early age, and his affinity for animals started around that time as well. According to the Baltimore Sun, one of his earliest pets was tied to one of his personal favorite songs. As a kid, Jackson had pets, but at first, they were just regular ones like most people have, such as dogs and reptiles. Michael was a member of the Jackson 5 along with his brothers, but in 1972 he put out his first solo song. It was written for a movie about a boy and his pet rat, and the name of the song, which was also the name of the movie, was Ben. It sounds like it'd be a sweet story, but according to Songfacts, the movie was a sequel to another film, called Willard, in which the title character trains rats to do his bidding. Apparently, the film and the song helped a young Michael Jackson get comfortable around rats, as can be seen in a photo in which he has a few rats perched on his shoulder. Spiders. For a lot of people, arachnophobia, the fear of spiders, is a crippling fear, but one thing is for sure, Michael Jackson didn't have it. Jackson and spiders made headlines in 2002, when the singer claimed that he was feeling unwell after receiving a spider bite on his hand. Weeks later he hobbled into the same courtroom on crutches, claiming to have suffered a second spider bite. He told the court, "I love tarantulas, but not the little kind. It is a spider bite," he told reporters per MTV. "It is real bad. If I showed it to you, you'd be shocked. It hurts very much right now as I speak." What was unusual was that Jackson claimed the bite didn't come from one of his pet spiders, but that a small wild one bit him while he was walking around his property. He said the spider had been chased out of the bushes after routine fumigation. Bubbles, chimpanzee. You can't talk about Michael Jackson's pets without talking about his most famous primate companion, Bubbles the chimpanzee. Bubbles was MJ's most famous pet, who he rescued from a cancer research clinic in 1985 at 3 years old. This chimp slept in a crib in Jackson's bedroom and was allowed to use his bathroom. Bubbles was a performer as well and could dance and do the moonwalk. He would tour around the world with MJ and often appearing at events. Bubbles became a celebrity in his own right. He learned how to do Jackson's signature moonwalk. At 34 years old, he spends his retirement at a private sanctuary in Wauchula, Florida. He shies away from the spotlight these days and isn't a fan of being on camera anymore. Contrary to popular belief, Bubbles was not included in Jackson's will, though the singer did refer to his pet as his son on numerous occasions. Strangely, the animal that grew up around paparazzi has an aversion to cameras, according to the CFGA. Bubbles is still alive and living at the Center for Great Apes in Florida, in his late 30s, late middle age, for a chimp. Bubbles is considered the dominant ape, given his size, and lives with other chimpanzees. Orangutans and chimpanzees, monkeys. MJ had 2 orangutans and not much is known about them. He also had 2 other chimps that weren't famous like Bubbles. One chimp called Max was mentioned in the press by a housekeeper for using MJ's mansion walls as his toilet. It's assumed they all were sent to sanctuaries. Ricky, parrot. While MJ had many exotic birds, Ricky was a favorite of his and got to live in his mansion instead of his aviary. After his death, Ricky was sent to the Banjoco Wildlife Preserve in Arizona. Gypsy the elephant. 5,000-pound Asian elephant Gypsy was a gift to Jackson from actress Elizabeth Taylor. The elephant present was Taylor's way of showing appreciation to Jackson for allowing her wedding to take place at his Neverland ranch. Surprisingly, the current whereabouts of this 5,000-pound Asian elephant are unknown. Thriller and Sabu, Bengal tigers. MJ got 2 tiger siblings as kittens in 1998 and named them Thriller and Sabu. Brother big cats Thriller and Sabu were sent to Shambhala Preserve, a California sanctuary outside Los Angeles. The rescue center is run by celebrity Tippi Hedren, who debuted in The Birds. Sadly, Thriller died of lung cancer at the age of 13 in June 2012. The giraffes. MJ had 4 giraffes in his zoo, which were sent to the Banjoco Wildlife Preserve in 2007. They were named Rambo, Princess, Jabbar Jr., and Annie Sue. Prior to MJ's passing, the long-necked herbivores relocated to Arizona in 2007 to Banjoco Wildlife Preserve, also called Voices of the Wild Foundation. The center was opened by 2 well-intentioned retired folk whose hearts may have been bigger than their animal welfare skills. In 2009, just weeks apart, 2 of the giraffes died unexpectedly, sparking controversy with animal rights activists declaring an investigation, one that does not seem to have occurred. The remaining 2 mammals were transferred to a sanctuary in Utah. Snakes and reptiles. MJ had a collection of snakes, reptiles and crocodiles, with the most well-known being a boa constrictor named Muscles, and an 18-foot albino python named Madonna. The majority of Jackson's scaly pets found refuge at the Gerald Wayne Interactive Zoological Foundation in Oklahoma. While Madonna resides in Oklahoma, the whereabouts of Muscles remain unknown. 2 alligators also made the trip to Oklahoma. Flamingos. On Neverland Ranch you could find 13 Chilean flamingos. Over a dozen Chilean flamingos owned by MJ were moved to Cape May County Zoo in New Jersey, where they spend their summers outside in the flamingo yard and their winters inside the World of Birds aviary. Chilean flamingos are the smallest species of the pink-plumaged birds. Livestock. MJ had a variety of livestock as well, including a ram called Mr. Tibbs and llamas named Louie and Lola, along with zebras and alpacas. Dogs. To top it off, Jackson of course had a pack of dogs on his ranch. The most famous was Large the Bulldog, who often appeared in photos with him. His other dogs were named Sasha, Shadow, Spanky and Black Girl. Michael Jackson made a lasting impression on pop culture, but he is also remembered in history for his quirks, which included a household of exotic pets. He wasn't alone in his money-spending habits when it came to his furry, feathered and scaly family. Across the globe, owners pour savings into pampering their pets. But Jackson certainly was unique in the pets he homed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share.